you hear that Akira Toriyama died? Is Brazil going to be okay? Is Mexico going to be okay? This is crazy. Is Japan gonna be okay? I just saw like 5-10 minutes ago or something while I was starting the stream up. It was like Akira Toriyama has died. I was like, are you serious? I thought that was just a meme. No, bro is dead. He perished. He was almost 72. He died kind of early, especially as compared to like the normal Japanese what the heck is the word, lifespan? It's so sad. I didn't know bro was 70 though. Like I knew he was kind of older, but 70 is just good golly. He's done so much. He's done so much. He made so much. 1 hour ago. Information, dear friends and partners. Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama has passed away March 1st. 7 days ago? Oh, we didn't even know. On March 1st, due to acute subdural hematoma. That's like that's something with his blood, right? Oh, he died of a blood clot. It seems he got a blood clot. That's so sad. Deep regret. Sorry. It's our deep regret that he still had several books in the middle of creation with enthusiasm. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. Oh yeah, he never finished Dragon Ball Super, did he? He still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support from so many people around the world, he was able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you of this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. Funeral services will be held with his family and very few relatives following his wishes for tranquility. We respectfully inform that we would not accept flowers, condolence gifts, visitings, offerings, or anything else. So asking you to refrain from conducting interviews with his family. Future plan to commemorate gatherings is not decided. We will let you know when it is confirmed. Goodbye. March 8th, 2024. Was this leaked or something? It is not March 8th. It's dated from March 8th, but that's like the future. R.I.P. Toriyama. He's not reading chat. That's true. I've never read chat before in my life. Test 1 2. Is the audio back? Is it better? Glitching for anyone else? Okay. I've just now saw your comments. We are so back. Listen, I was surviving a stomach bug. Anyways, what I was saying, yeah, Akira, I don't know if you heard. Yeah, Akira Toriyama died. He fucking died. Akira Toriyama is dead. Dragon Ball writer is dead. He died at 70. Fucking died, dude. You know, the craziest thing about it is that I never actually read Dragon Ball. I never read or watched Dragon Ball. neither normie Dragon Ball when they were baby or Dragon Ball Z GX or whatever it's called, 360 365 Dragon Ball, whatever, Super. I have not read or seen any Dragon Ball, so I guess the time is now, you know? It's like an iCarly where Spencer faked his death, only Akira Toriyama literally died. So I guess it's time to pick up Dragon Ball. You thought Dragon Ball Z was mid? Thankfully for you, I haven't watched Dragon Ball, so I don't know if I should ban you yet. But if you said that in anybody else's chat, I think they would have killed you. So you're lucky you're safe here. Horse Raid, hello Raiders, nice to see you. Hopefully you all were doing well today. What were you all yapping about? You just caught us the second we started. I've only been going on for like 11 minutes, so I am here. Politics, cringe. I haven't been interested in the anime, but maybe I should since the guy literally died. That is true, he did literally die. Very sad. Just watch the State of the Union, that's all. I saw Biden cooked Republicans by being like, I remember when you all voted against the infrastructure bill, but I've been looking recently, seeing you all go to your districts, being like, you really love all the money that you got. Let me know if you want that money back. I'll take it from you. I'll take it from you expeditiously. I'll take that money back with the quickness. Just let me know. He kind of cooked a little bit. I can't lie. That old man did cook. Watch the geriatric try to string sentences together. See, the thing is, it doesn't seem like it's that bad, honestly. I don't think his yapping's that bad yet. Definitely could be so much worse. Like, he's definitely deteriorated since he was since like 2008, like definitely deteriorated. But you know, with that being said, it definitely could be worse. It has been almost 20 years since then. So. Just imagine another 4 years. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't really care. Right? Like, this meme is very real. He could be like a comatose patient, and he would still be better in office than Trump. So that's okay. I do wish he was better, but you know, he could be simply dead, and that would still be better than that other guy. It is what it is. Yeah, at the end of the day, it kind of is what it is. Levush Raider, happy to have you. Nice to see you. Shork, I hope whatever that ER thing went well. Thank you, it did go okay. Definitely could have been much worse, I'll say. I was basically the reason why I haven't been live for the last couple days is because about two or so days ago, we had like a pretty big health scare, I'll say, and we had to run to the ER, and someone had to go to the ER for a little while. So I basically lost the whole day there. I didn't get any sleep. I didn't get any sleep the day beforehand for all the shit that was going on, and so I basically had to take a day off, and then I had to prepare segments and stuff, and I'm still doing some housework, tending around all that type of stuff. So and we had to run like a decent amount of errands today too. So yeah, basically everything it's been packed. It's been packed. But hey, listen, you know how like when an artist dies, their their work becomes more expensive. So maybe if I died like 2 days ago, you guys would like be more likely to tune in the stream. So then I could like pass it off to someone else. Make some Boku bucks, you know what I mean? They could send me some YouTube bucks while I'm going down the river Styx, who knows? Did you see that my neck of Texas was on fire about a week ago? I did not see that it was on fire. Is it okay? Are you good? Is everybody good down there? Proglio Menno, thank you so much for the prime. The Bezos bucks joining the frenzy. Being incredibly pog. I appreciate you. Thank you. Latin American black youths weeping. That is very true. Well, you can't even say black youths anymore because these dudes are like 30. They're like 34. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even really consider them black youths anymore. They're just like black middle-aged men. You know? Millennials. Yeah, black millennials. Oh no, Oda released a statement about Toriyama dying. He's sad. Oh no, even Oda, everyone's sad, dude. Sybil the Bunny, thank you so much for the Bezos bucks. The prime joined the frenzy and being incredibly pog. Appreciate you. Thank you again. Thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Better, but still about 240 acres, 240,000 acres, give or take, were burned. That is very sad. That is very sad. Can you imagine if you had a government that cared about climate change? How much good work Texas could do to help prevent stuff like that? A bunch of climate activists bullied Manchin. It's great. I did see that he literally assaulted one of them. I saw some of that stuff. Yeah.
Shark, hog.
Tyrannix, thanks for the 3 months. Well, thanks for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And Glitch Master, thank you so much for the 27 months in a row. Incredibly pog. I really appreciate you. Shark will forever live in our hearts. 007. 07 indeed, partner. Thank you. If I go, I hope you all would still tune in the stream. At least every now and again. Just stop by and say hey. He has scarlet rot? Oh, fuck. On my name, he has scarlet rot. One of the climate activists put Joe Manchin in the poison swamp. He now has scarlet rot. He will soon perish, inshallah. All right. We can't do too much dilly-dallying. It's a little late. It's just a little bit late. We will have to get some stuff done. But I did wanna play something for you. We're gonna be switching up the music for the stream today. Just for a little bit. Helldivers 2? We probably won't be able to play Helldivers 2 tonight. As I said, I've got some segments to finish up, so the editors will have some. Well, the editors will have something to chew on, just in case we have like another medical mishap or anything.
Based and red pilled.
Oh, thank you so much, Brutus. Brutus Magasin, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate you. Based in red pill. I just criticized Israel and talked about sending aid to Gaza. I mean, that's cool. That's something he's been doing since the 7th. Cool. Hasn't significantly changed US policy since the 7th, but yeah, he has been. I'm glad he did it again, I guess. Thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate you for that. The editors must feed. That is true. The girls have to feed. Where do you find these bangers? I just, you know, as somebody who doesn't really listen to music, people keep telling me that I have such a good like taste in music. I don't know, man. I just log on. I just wake up and sit on my computer desk sometimes. That's kind of it. That's just kind of how that goes. I really don't know how to tell you. I really don't know how to tell you. I'm just vibing, honestly. What are the segments for tonight? I want to talk about that Black Hitler guy from North Carolina. I was able to look up a decent amount of stuff about him, and boy, is he kind of crazy. I want to talk about Joe Rogan basically slamming down Kid Rock after he goes just complete genocide Jones mode on Gaza. In New Mexico, there was a teacher that had her students fight each other with,
this meme is very real.
with swords. I'm not talking about like styrofoam ones or like wooden ones or plastic ones. Actual real swords, sharpened actual real unironic swords. She had them do gladiatorial battle in class. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. That one was kind of wild. Libs of Tik. I want to finally do this Libs of TikTok video where she actually endorses genuine terror against the infidels. What she means by that is normal people who don't want to hang trans people. I think there's some other stuff like little bits and bobs, little like doohickeys that I want to touch on. But we will see. Hunger Games IRL. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's so very true. OMG, it's Shark. Hello, SDL. It's nice to see you here today, buddy. How you been doing? How you been doing? I see that you started a podcast. Is that true? With some other little goobers. You have a little goober pod. I think that's cute. I think your SDL has a new cute little podcast with two other goobers. Yeah, Libs of TikTok logging on and encouraging people to bludgeon children with rocks. That's normal stuff from a grown-ass adult. Normal stuff from a grown-ass adult. Also, I put out a little thing on the Bird app. No, sorry, not the Bird app, on the community page on YouTube. Take a look. Yeah, here we go. On the community page. Don't look at this one. This was from 2 days ago when I said we have to. There's probably not going to be a stream today. He running off. I think I like this picture. I think it's funny. He running off. But anyways, I did this little thing where I was talking about videos that I wanted to make. I was a little torn on exactly which videos I wanted to make, put out there for you all. And I want to do all of these videos. Okay. Some people were hoping that all these videos will be made. The answer is yes, all of them will be made. Time. I just didn't know which one to start on first. And so I just left it up to you guys based on what I think the titles might be. So there was like the Cult of Elon, how money made a god. Basically, I wanted to talk about Elon Musk. Basically, I wanted to talk about Elon Musk weird, like god fantasies and how he believes that since he's such a high IQ male, he was sent to Earth to impregnate as many women as possible to help further along the human race by bringing high IQ children into the world. And that's why he's been having so many children. And on top of the fact that he personally believes that his intellect alone can help push humanity to being an interstellar species and save humanity from itself. And also the anti-humanist, globalist, woke, homo-fascist hordes of them. who seek to convince people that humanity is the real scourge to the earth and our birth rates must decline. That's why he almost hits on birth rates the same way Shinzo Abe does. It's really weird stuff, but I wanted to go into it because it's so interesting how he genuinely believes he was put on earth with high IQ to be a god. I feel like the Helldivers might be the easiest one for B-roll footage. Yeah, that's true. When intellect fucking innovators are stealing their company. Listen, smart people invent, okay? The smartest people steal. Okay, like what? It's like the bell curve. On the bottom of the bell curve, you steal. Okay, that's like burglary. The top of the bell curve is you're like, no, you can't steal. You have to make your own unique works and then patent those. And then at the top of the IQ chart is you steal. and that's where Elon is. He steals, but in a high IQ way. Yeah, he yoinks and splinks and he makes it his. What was yours is now mine. That's kind of how it goes, okay? So yeah, it works out for a lot of them. That's how you got so rich to begin with, right? So yeah, that's basically how he sees it. Yoink. The GOP makes us poorer, dirtier, and more divided. Basically, this is a play on the old, what is it? The old Tucker Carlson clip where back when he was on Fox News, where he said specifically that that immigrants coming into the country, specifically ones with high school diplomas and less, make us, in quote, poorer, dirtier, and more divided. Can't find it right now. I don't know why I can't find it. Yeah, he believes that they make us poorer, dirtier, and more divided. And so I wanted to talk about that, like the idea of, because like immigration has been a large talking point right now. On top of that, on top of that, also talk about how the GOP has actually spent so much time making us poorer and dirtier and more divided in all actuality. I thought that one might be an interesting topic to touch on. I can't find the video. Anyways, how Helldivers 2 makes fascism so fun. This video was basically going to be a video about how the Helldivers universe mirrors actual like far right governments in the real world and throughout history, and how like far right aesthetics can appeal to people, and how Helldivers pulled on that to make a game that's pretty fun while leaning on all these types of like actual policies and aesthetics that these people would try to implement in the real world, basically. And maybe talk about some of the people who actually think that like the Helldivers universe would pop off in real life. This was supposed to be the golden age of scams, but I forgot to delete fraud, so now it's golden age of fraud scams. But this is supposed to be golden age of scams. Basically, I want to talk about how scamming people has now taken on a new life through specifically the internet, which has allowed people to scam people at unprecedented rates. And some of you may have even fallen guilty to new age scams. You may have fallen prey to scammers of the modern day. Who will win, the strongest scammer in history, or the strongest scammer of the modern day? Howdy, chat room. It is called communism, brother. He rants about being super mega smart in the first Joe Rogan pod. Might be good for the segment. Thanks for letting me know that. Thanks for letting me know that. But yeah, he absolutely talks about, like, he absolutely constantly talks about how he's like the smartest guy in the universe. His IQ is above so many other people, and so that's why he and his rich friends need to breed as much as possible to be able to pass down their big brain genes to other kids, so we don't get ruled by, you know, the stupid low IQ commoners who unfortunately breed like weeds. That's why he's impregnated any woman within like any woman that comes within like a 10-foot radius to him. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he specifically made like a cum gun, you know what I mean? Like he milks himself and then he puts it in little like cum bullets or something, or maybe little cum darts, basically, and he got really good at ricocheting. And so as he walks around in the real world, he has like a blow dart gun, and he just goes and it goes ding ding ding, and it goes like right under girls' skirts and just impregnates them right there. Absolutely incredible shot. He's just got to impregnate as many women as possible. That, if you're ever wondering why he has like 13 kids, that's probably how he did it. He doesn't like to talk about it that much, but that's probably how he did it. Doctors told me I have brain swelling. They're envious of my big brain intellect. Yeah, what fucking losers. They're always trying to get at someone, huh? Always trying to stop people who they fear are going to be smarter than them soon. Yeah, he's using a can't miss attack. Domain expansion, impregnate woman. By imbuing his technique impregnation into his domain, he is able to create a can't miss attack that infuses woman with baby instantly. Wait, there's 13 people in the world that have that man as a father? Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed. It's scary. It's scary, ain't it? I hate to be those kids. I mean, one of his kids are trans, actually. While he makes one of the largest social media platforms in the world, while he makes them like as hostile to trans people as possible, and he blames wokeness for making his trans kid not want to spend time with him anymore. Do all his kids hate him? Most of them are like a year or 2 years old, so probably not. A lot of them don't have the capacity to hate. Yeah, a lot of them are still little babies. Didn't he say he bought Twitter specifically because his kid was trans? One of his justifications for buying Twitter or wanting to buy Twitter is because wokeness made his kid trans and hate him. And he thinks, and Twitter, since he uses it a lot, is one of the great beacons of wokeness. So that's why he wanted to buy it and change it. But he gives like lots of different reasons. He says that he bought Twitter to help it become an interplanetary species at one point. He said he wanted to save humanity and save free speech. There's a billion reasons for why he said he wanted to save. There's a billion reasons for why he said he wanted to save why he wanted to buy Twitter. The real reason, I think, is because he thought it was funny at first to offer a $42.20 or what, like something like some amount of money for each share, but he didn't think they were actually going to take it because they hated him, but they did take it at the end of the day, and he was like, oh fuck. But that's why he sued to get out of it, but they wouldn't let him out of it because that was the best deal that they were ever going to get. Didn't he get his repopulation idea from the Idiocracy movie? I think he just quotes it. I don't think he got it from the Idiocracy movie. I think he got it from weirdo right-wing channels and Twitter users and YouTube videos that he watches in his spare time about how the idea about like the smartest 1% need to carry on shit. Like it's the same thing that conservatives love to say about themselves and other people, where like only a select few group of people change the world, while all the other sheep will go along with whatever the man says. And he's like, I'm not like them. I'm smarter than them. I'm rich. That means I'm smart. I'm not like them. I'm the one changing everything. I'm the one that people should follow. Me. I'm smart. Me. Everyone should follow me. Conservatives just quote Idiocracy all the time because they're, or say something about say something about Idiocracy a lot, specifically because they're like, oh, everybody's so stupid. Everyone's so stupid except for me. Oh, speaking of that, somebody asked in my comment section on YouTube, they were like, what happened to your British accent? I think what that means is that I do a British accent every now and again, and they actually believed that that British accent was my actual voice. And they were like, what happened to your British accent? Laughing emoji. When they watched just like a normal video. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Anyone got a shiggy, mate? I don't have, the thing that gets me is that I don't look like a British person. And somebody may be like, what do you mean by that? Let me tell you, you can, a lot of the times you can notice a British person. They have that like British, you know, physiognomy. They have that like British trigonometry, you know what I'm talking about? They got that like British phenotype. They look a certain way. They got that British skull shape. I was so scared. I thought you were butt ass naked again. Walked into the room. I thought you were like, I thought it was so over. I don't know. I was scared for a second. I was spooked. I gotta be on my toes around you. You're spooky. Yeah, go ahead. No, they're over here. Wait, one second. No problem. Spanish streamers are just streaming DBZ episodes and crying. It's never been more over. Bro, he's actually crying.
Un poco torpe, muy alegre. Hola a todos.
Okay, yeah, that is really something. They are just playing Dragon Ball episodes but this is like, I've never seen a consumer so much. This is, you know, when they say consumer and they make those consumer. This is him. This is Captain Funko Pop. Look at that shit, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, the My Hero Macadamia Nut sticker on the Sure SMB 500. The life-size Gojo cutout from season 1. You know it's season 1 because it still has those overly done shitty purple highlights on the suit that's supposed to be black. The massive manga collection. Is that supposed to be Stitch? This is just crazy. It's Captain Weeb. I'm telling you, these people would be falling to their knees right now. It's Captain Weeb. I feel bad for him though. I feel bad for him. I know they're suffering out there. I know they're suffering out there and it feels bad. I know it feels bad. Did he cry? I know he may, I don't know. Listen, Akira Toriyama means a lot to a lot of people. He's not like me personally. I'm not like a big Toriyama guy. But you know, lots of people are. Wasn't Dragon Ball Z over? Yeah, but Dragon Ball, the series, is not over. Like Dragon Ball, the franchise, is not over. Like isn't Super technically still going on or something? Super is still going, or maybe I don't know, maybe it's not going anymore. He is dead now. Hello, strugglers, if nobody in chat is disabled. What is this? When it play Clay Soldiers talking about disability. Okay. Fuck, Toriyama died. He is dead, yeah. He's with King Kai now. Yeah, he's just training with King Kai. I think he'll be back like in a couple chapters. Don't even worry about it. He'll be back in a couple chapters. He's just training with King Kai. Be back. He's vibing on the serpent path or whatever it's called. To be frank, I had 4 months of MF Doom albums on repeat when he died. Fourth person perspective, the emergence of the collective subjective. All right, let's get started. What do you think, chat? You guys want to talk about Black Hitler? Actual Hitler? Which one? The new one. Kanye finished his feud with Jewish people, so another one had to take his place. Kanye is no longer beefing with the Jews. Dark Souls 3 has taught me Goku was an intelligence build. Of course. He's an incredibly skilled martial artist. You need a lot of intelligence to do stuff like that. Can I get a little slash marker? Blitler NC. Will Kanye go get institutionalized? Okay, but like by who? Who would do that? He's too rich to be held accountable for anything. Also, Mellow Cello, thank you so much for the $20 donation. I really appreciate you. Glad you feel better, Shark. Night night. Oh, well, thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for sticking around. I still have a little bit more work to do, so I can't say goodnight yet, but I do really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the thank you so much for the 20. That means so much. Thank you. Thanks for that. Umar, Candace. I think, doesn't Umar Johnson only give off a little bit of Hitler particles? He doesn't go full insano mode, does he? You were talking about the one that won the gubernatorial race? Yeah, I did. I was able to find a lot of the stuff that he said on his Facebook, and it's pretty wild. It do go pretty nutty. It was pretty nutty. Let's take a little look. Pause that. Thank you. Going on, losers. Hey, Alec. He definitely hides his Blitler levels. You're telling me he's masking a bit? The point of the mask is all right. The other day was Super Tuesday. There's a lot of stories that came out of Super Tuesday, both fun and interesting, both wacky and goofy. There's lots of things that happened. Biden won a resounding victory against literally nobody. Donald Trump was finally able to shake Nikki Haley off of his tail. So the thing that we were all expecting to happen did finally happen. But one thing I wasn't looking at was something very interesting. And it's a story in a state that I want to talk about that we haven't talked about in quite some time. I want to take a look at the little state of North Carolina, the supposed swing state that's usually pretty reliably Republican on the national stage. But I'd like to talk about a little guy named Donald Trump first. Listen, Trump's been having it hard recently. From the hundreds of millions of dollars that that he now owes to court and women who he has done wrong in the past, to fraud cases, to the likelihood of having some of his properties repoed, maybe even Lizard Lake Towing comes and takes the Trump jet. Who knows? Okay, lots of terrible stuff happening. All right, and so obviously a lot of his supporters are having to take up some of the slack to help out their mans. Okay. One of his problems was support among Black people. So instead of actually earning the support of Black people, they just made their own with AI. Trump supporters target Black voters with fake AI images. This is not a real picture. Donald Trump has never taken a picture with this many Black people in his entire life. But it wouldn't stop them. It wouldn't stop them from trying, okay? But it seems like Donald Trump needs to do this no longer. Because in North Carolina, something incredible, remarkable, insane happened, and that was the 2024 gubernatorial election for North Carolina. Their current governor is term limited, so he can't run anymore, and he's a Democrat. And so it's an open seat in 2024, and obviously you're going to have a Democrat and Republican running. On the Democratic side, we have a little guy. His name is Josh Stein, one with 69.9%. of the vote. Don't let Elon Musk see that. And Mark K. Robinson with 63% of the vote. And I want to talk about these two guys, and specifically Mr. Robinson here, because this is the lieutenant governor for North Carolina, and also an incredibly wild man. okay, with a real connection to Donald Trump in one of the most insane ways I've seen in the country possible. This is a guy that Donald Trump said was actually Martin Luther King, but on steroids. At a rally in a rally Saturday in Greensboro, Trump compared Robinson, who is black, to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and said he's MLK on steroids. He's like MLK, but like really, 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 he's like super MLK. If you think he's supercharged MLK, really, it's quite wild. This man better than MLK. All right, Donald Trump, he was better than Lincoln. He was better than Washington. Robinson is better than MLK if you really think about it. Honestly, you might not even need, maybe if you're woke you need to think about it because you're so dumb, but if you're a God-fearing patriot, you would instantly, intrinsically, it's like a baby bird jumping from their nest for the first time. You would instinctively know, just like how to fly, that this man is better than MLK ever was. So true. Chat, can I get a so true? Aloha, Shark and chat. Nice to see you. Aloha. The greeting that means hello and goodbye. Name 5 black guys. LeBron James, Logic, Piccolo, Barack Obama, Santa Claus. Easy. Anyways, with that being said, I want to take a look at who MLK on steroids actually is. I want to take a little dive into who this man is, where he came from, where he's going, and what he said, because I feel like we're going to get a little bit more context into that MLK quote right now. Let's take a look. This is something that MLK on steroids said in 2020 when he was running for governor. Sorry, when he was running for lieutenant governor.
A few days ago and asked her, what America are we going back to make America great again? The one where women couldn't vote or black people were swinging from trees? I would say to him, if I was standing in front of him, I absolutely want to go back to the America where women couldn't vote. Do you know why? Because in those days, we had people who fought for real social change, and they were called Republicans. A few days.
MLK, everyone, he's back. He's back. Oh, he's back. Oh my gosh, MLK's never been more back. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so that was him in 2020 as he was running. That was him in 2020 as he was running for as he was running for lieutenant governor, which is a mostly ceremonial role. You do almost nothing as lieutenant governor. It's kind of like vice president, but you do even less actually. And he won that seat. He actually 100% won that seat. But where did this man come from? And where did he start his political career? Let me tell you a little bit about him. All right. This guy started to hit the conservative scene back in 2018. He was a furniture manufacturer who had a viral speech in North Carolina when he was talking at a city council meeting, where he said the normal drivel that you can imagine the conservative says when it comes to guns. There was a law that was being talked about to help restrict guns, to help stop gun violence, and he said the same thing you normally always hear these people say: guns saved my life. A gun saved my cat from a tree back when I was a youngin'. The Bloods and the Crips won't put down their guns, so why should I? I'm a law-abiding citizen, so I should be able to have as many guns as I want. Basically that. But he was yelling it, right? And he was black too, so obviously the Republicans were like, holy, huge catch. And they decided to put this guy on an put him on the NRA payroll by giving him a real seat on the NRA for being so pro-gun. After that, literally 2 years later, he parlayed that into being the lieutenant governor, and he just won. He ran as lieutenant governor and simply just won just because of that. That's it. That's all he did. He was just like, I love guns. I'd impregnate a gun if I could, and have like Shrek, like donkey, dragon, hybrid gun, black boy babies if I could. I'd fuck my gun. and they were like, holy crap, he's so sick. I want him to be my governor, my lieutenant governor. And so he just was. That's just kind of how it is. But lieutenant governor was a really high role, a role that came with a lot of nothing to do, but a role that came with a lot of publicity because you're pretty close to the governor. With that being said, this guy has a lot of ties, a lot of really weird ties, okay? Ties to even the Unification Church, where he had a sit-down interview with the Unification Church leader, Moon, the guy who wears like the bullet crown and everything and says he's going to be king of the United States. He had a little mishap back in 2020 when he was running for the lieutenant governor, where a couple weeks out, this interview came back to bite him. The Republican candidate for lieutenant governor voiced agreement with a religious leader who says that the four horsemen of the apocalypse are the Rothschild family of the international bankers that rule every single central bank, the CIA, China, and Islam. What? Yeah, very strange man. The conversation is part of an interview that Mark Robinson did in 2019 with the pastor Sean Moon, whose father, Sun Myung Moon, founded the Unification Church, which some have called a cult. It is a cult. It is 100% a cult. I don't know why he was down in North Carolina because the their like cult is stationed in Pennsylvania. But he decided to have a little sit-down interview with him. And obviously he got a lot of criticism for this, but instead of being like, oh no, I'm sorry, like a normal politician would, he said that the media was trying to punish him for being a black God-fearing American instead. End quote. At no point in the interview does Mark talk about the four horsemen, and the statement was made by the interviewer. Mark goes on to talk about how our culture, particularly the media, despises Christianity and the Bible. The campaign manager went on to say, he also said that he would not say sorry for the things that he said, and he went on to go criticize homosexual. He went on to agree with Moon about the idea that homosexual churches were destroying Christianity and how they should cast out all weirdo poo-poo hole sex having gays from their congregations as much as they can. But if that's not it for you, I would like to touch on a couple other things that he said as lieutenant, a couple other things that he said while as being lieutenant governor, and also back on his Facebook. So you know when a weirdo conservative like this has a Facebook account that you're in for just pure evil, right? Well, let me show you how bad it gets. From Muslim invaders to transgender delusion, let's take a little look at the lieutenant governor of North Carolina's Facebook posts and comments over the years. Back in 2020, he said he won't apologize for any comments he posted on Facebook over the past couple years. He said, and quote, "I'm not ashamed of anything that I post," he told the TV station. So just keep that in your mind. He doesn't apologize for anything that he's about to say. So let's take a look at some of the things that he said. He said that people who support mass delusion called transgenderism are trying to turn God's creation backwards and make it into a sickening image of rebellion to glorify Satan. So if you like the little blowhigh shark, congratulations, you're ushering in Satan. Or something, I guess. Makes literally no sense, but let's continue on from this absolute delusion. He said, and this, I'm going to tell you, prepare yourself for this one. He also said that the popular movie Black Panther was created by an agnostic Jew and put to film by a satanic Marxist, and was only created to pull the shekels out of your Schwarze pockets. If you don't know what this word means, it is a racial slur against black people. Oh, sorry. It is a racial slur against black people in Yiddish, specifically. This is you know how you can tell if somebody's really racist by how much they know about a certain like group of people that they hate. You know, like level 1 racist is just being like, hey, this toast is so black. I feel like it stole my. Just down or something. Just down or something. We're back. Refresh. What happened? You guys good? We're hitting that anti-F technology. Anyways, but you know how level 1 racist is like, this toast is so black it stole my bike. At level 100 racist is talking about the warrior genomes in the sub-Saharan African bloodline and skull shapes and all this type of like all this type of racist lingo you've never heard of in your entire life, and is pulling up like weird charts. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. I've never heard the word Schwarze, okay? And you probably haven't either. This is advanced racism. This isn't normal racism, chat. This is advanced anti-Semitism that we're working with right now. This is advanced anti-Semitism. But don't worry, he doesn't just leave it to the Jews. He also picks up with the Muslims as well. He said Muslims refuse to assimilate to our ways while demanding respect that they had not earned. He also argued that he also argued that Muslims are not immigrants, but they are invaders looking to destroy the country. He criticized black voters for supporting the Democratic Party, given its past racist stances. He says that they're voting for the very people who have abused them throughout history. And that's what happens when Negroes don't read. Listen here, quick meme. Who does the KKK vote for now? That's a little question. Who does the KKK like now? All right. I'm not gonna disagree that like the Democrats were more likely to be a pro-slavery party. I'm not gonna disagree with that. That's true. Yeah, but we don't live in like 1652. We live in 2024. You are a Negro, dumbass. Oh, that's what happens when Negroes don't read. Apparently this man, I don't know, man. I feel like this guy has never read in his life. Or maybe he's just reading the wrong things. That's how he found the word Schwarze and can apparently belt it out whenever he wants. This is something he knows about. Shouldn't he like the KKK? They hate Jews too. Listen, he dodged that question about whether or not we should go back to the America where black people were swinging from trays. So I don't know. Maybe he is all in for it, you know. And he's just gonna be one of the good ones. It's possible that he's just gonna be one of the good ones. He's been given enough leeway by the whites to do whatever he wants. It's possible. What kind of shit is this? Don't worry, we're not done yet. He also referred to Michelle Obama as a man and Barack Obama as being a worthless anti-American atheist who wanted to bring the nation to its knees. And he's also said that Joy Behar is a she-beast, and that U.S. Representative Maxine Waters was, quote, old maxi pad Waters. he's Oh man, Uncle Robinson's really cooking them Dems this time. The lieutenant governor serves as on the state board of education and the board of community colleges and the chair of energy policy. And just to put the little icing on the cake, yes, he also believes that climate change is not real. Obviously, because you can't have somebody this is real. No, he thinks that climate change has never been scientifically proven, and sometimes it's just like hot. And by sometimes, I mean every year it's progressively hotter for some reason. Who knows? Maybe maybe the global is warming, but it's like the ice age, but it's the anti-ice age right now, or something. I don't even know. State, it's the deep state. They left the heater on. Obviously, they want you to eat the bug, right? Right? Even though bug populations around the world keep dropping. Who knows? Who knows what's happening next? Who knows what's happening next? And if you thought that was it, like the cherry on top was all, no, actually, because there are also sprinkles, dumbass, and whipped cream. Because he also attended the Open NC protest last spring and said that it was a globalist way to shut down America and the world by the powers that be, maybe the Rothschilds, to be able to that wanted to shut down America for their own personal gain and take away our rights. You have given all your rights to me. And just so you know, he won as the lieutenant governor in the race against this nice woman named Yvonne, who wanted to build on her biggest accomplishment in the legislature, which is a grant program to put fresh produce in convenience stores that are located in food deserts. And this man who thinks that Black Panther is Jewish propaganda, the COVID-19 pandemic was put through to make Donald Trump look bad by the globalists who want to take away our rights, who said other terrible stuff. And once again, we're not done, okay? You're like, Shark, what more can you fit on this Sunday? Don't worry, I'm getting out another goddamn bowl. Because he continues on, and he's actually quoted Hitler before too. You may have heard this about him. Robinson said last month that we need to absolutely protect life from the point of conception, and then he gave the game away and talked about how we got it down to 12 weeks and the next goal is to get it down to 6, and he said he wants to just keep on moving from there. Just keep on going down until it's nothing. Maybe negative abortion as well, where you just force people to give birth, just straight up forcefully impregnate them. Who knows? Who knows? That's possible, but only the good ones, as you can see. Maybe just go straight up with eugenics at that point. He's described the COVID-19 pandemic as a globalist conspiracy to destroy Donald Trump, even though Trump absolutely loved the pandemic because he was able to do Project Warp Speed. In 2021, he criticized efforts to teach LGBTQ issues in sex education, referring to transgenderism and homosexual people as filth, specifically. Wait, can I pull this up? Do they have that quote there? Yeah, here we go.
Queer is one of the books that
Robinson defended a few LGBTQ members. Representatives citing down this week.
Can't even classroom part of his office.
The leakers of the Church and C on Facebook from over the weekend. In it, video of Robinson speaking at a church in Seagrove from back in June surfaced. In it, he refers to the LGBT community as filth. In a video on Facebook from over the weekend, Robinson defended 3 high school test down into
what they didn't play the video. Are they dumb? What are they, stupid?
Members of the
video.
Anybody anywhere.
Yeah, here we go.
There's no reason anybody anywhere in America should be telling any child about transgenderism, homosexuality, any of that filth.
Words made.
The way he said filth, that's how you know that one comes from the heart. That's homophobia. That's bigotry that comes from the soul, actually. That comes from the soul. I haven't heard somebody that vitriolically bigoted in quite some time. I'm gonna tell you. Conservatives usually like to hide it down a little bit, but nah, he's letting it fly. He's letting it fly. He also went on to say that he called people who were gay equivalent to, quote, what the cows left behind, as well as maggots and flies. Just straight up dehumanization. Straight 100% dehumanization. And these are the type of people that they're going to tell you that we need to reconciliate around. We need to all come together. You know, the people who want to live a normal life and the people who want to put you in Austin Birkenau. Anyways, he implied at a campaign event last month that transgender women should be arrested if they use the restroom. Basically, what he's referring to is a 2016 North Carolina law that made it illegal for trans people to use the bathroom that fits their gender identity. That actually got repealed. The reason why it did is because so many companies pulled out of the state that it completely destroyed North Carolina's economy, and they literally had the Republican legislature literally had to literally had to rescind the bill and repeal it because it did so bad. And on top of that, it led to the Republican governor back then losing his election against the now Democratic governor. It was that bad. He wants to do that again as governor, basically destroy the state. Wild stuff. But hey, listen, he continues on. All right. In 2014, he then quoted Hitler on Facebook in a statement about racial pride. He defended the post in the speech last July, saying that quoting the Nazi leader doesn't mean you support him. All right. He said, quote, because you quote Hitler, you support Hitler. He said, I guess every history book in America now supports Hitler. They all quote him. This is what happens when Negroes don't read. This is what happens. This is what happens when they don't read. Will my people ever be free? Let my people go.
This meme is very real.
Illiteracy and the dire consequences on the on the colored mind. Brother needs a book. I don't know if he, at this point, I'm not sure if he could read it. I'm not sure if he can even do it. Okay. I'm not sure if he can even do it. And yes, as like a cherry on top, indeed, he wants, and yes, as the cherry on top to the new Sunday, the second Sunday that we made, he is 100% anti-abortion. He wants it completely illegal, even in cases of children being assaulted. He does not care. He wants to force that 10-year-old, that 8-year-old to give birth if they've been impregnated. That's just it. He believes they deserve it. It's a gift, and he's gonna make sure that kid dies in childbirth as much as he possibly can. But he's now had to revert his language on it a little bit after it's become such a hot button issue. Is the one thing that he's decided after all the anti-Semitism, the weird racism, all the type of the homophobia, the transphobia, the misogyny, he backs up on this one, which is abortion. And if you're wondering, yes, him and his wife did actually have an abortion. So it's abortions for me, but not for thee. He had one, and they were able to yeet his fetus, but everybody else, nah, you have to be locked in. So this is what we're dealing with right now. Josh Stein, who if he wins will be North Carolina's first Jewish governor, versus Mark Robinson, which would be North Carolina's first Uncle Ruckus governor. It's wild what the Republican Civil War has done, because even the people running against Mark Robinson went out to say, guys, if this guy wins, we're going to lose and we're going to deserve it. That you may recognize that that's reminiscent of what Lindsey Graham said about Donald Trump back in 2016, and he was right. He wasn't right immediately because Donald Trump won then, but the fallout from that was Republican losses for the next 10 years, and it might be even more than that. It might actually be much more than that, but that's what we're dealing with right now. It is Adolf Hitler versus bland normie dem. Probably Josh Stein, probably one of the most normie, just unoffensive Democrats you've ever seen in your entire life, versus actual Blitler, Hitler 2.0 come to life as a North Carolina black Republican. Incredibly wild stuff. But this is what happens when the Republicans slowly become more extremist over time. They are a completely extremist party that only appeals to the fringes of even their own party. But Republicans are just so incredibly lockstep, and they hate the Democrats, and even the entire party has lurched to the right since Donald Trump's inception and his spark onto the scene, that this is something that they're kind of fine going with. Now, will the average North Carolina voter also be fine going with this? I don't really think so. There's a high possibility that this guy will lose. But with that being said, it's only really a possibility because... Do I have this on me? I delete this. Because remember, this is North Carolina. This is North Carolina at the end of the day. I'm muted? Test 1, 2? No, not muted. Okay. I said only a possibility because remember, at the end of the day, this is still North Carolina, the largest swing state in the country that's usually reliably Republican on the national stage. And when it comes to their governorship, and when it comes to their governorship, but not, that's usually Republican on the national stage and has incredibly close governor elections, but that usually go towards Democrats. And if you were wondering what the polling looks like between these two, Stein and Robinson, well, the newest poll has Robinson up by 1. This is the utter state of the Republican Party right now. Now, this poll was done before the election, before Super Tuesday, a little while before, actually, about a month. Not about a month, about 20 days ago. So better part of a month. The polling's been back and forth between Stein and Robinson. Robinson's been up by 1, in a statistical tie with Robinson the entire time. There was one where Stein was up by 4, and another one where Robinson was up by 4. Another one where Stein was up by 2. That was back in November. So that's where we are right now. Actual Hitler versus bland normie. Let's see what happens. This is one of the races that I particularly want to watch because this is really going to tell us a lot about how the Republican Party is right now, how radical they are, and what they're going to be okay with when it comes to who they elect and where they draw their line. And that place might be nowhere. I love states that are 50-50 pro-Hitler, of course. All right. Hopefully I was able to, even if you saw stories about that guy before, hopefully I was able to show you some stuff that you haven't seen before that he said. Because bro has a long history of being crazy. Absolutely nutty. Cut off the bed. Take care. Nice to have you. "50-50 leans Hitler." Republicans are so wild, man. What are you drinking? Tea with a little bit of crystallized sugar, not garlic, crystallized sugar ginger in it. What is this? What does this mean? Eating cake like a boss. The voters I avoided. Holy shit, 2 Hitlers. 99% Hitler, 100% Hitler. They, them, Biden. I'm not Hitler. I'm not Hitler. Okay, all right. All right. All right. The voters do love a little bit of Hitler on the side, though. A little sprinkle. You know, they got to make sure that the trains run on time. It's important. No one Hitler should have all that power. Clock's ticking. I can't count the hours. Elon's Twitter is so full of Nazis. When trying to find info about him, half the tweets are defending him. Oh yeah, they love this guy. They love this guy. You heard about Akira Toriyama? Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy who made he's the guy who wrote My Hero Academia, right? On the trigger. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I fucked up. That's the main character of that anime that by the same name, Akira, where that guy with the big forehead does that red bike slide that everybody references, right? That's him. Akira Toriyama from Akira. He died, Shark. Don't spoil the manga for me, you shitter. I haven't read it yet. The fuck? Her Twitter's like 70% bots. Are these people are these the people cheering for him? I don't know, maybe. I didn't look at Twitter for this. I did not look at Twitter much for this that story, so possible. You pass Weeb College. Yippee! Finally, I get my degree. I've been looking for it. I've been waiting for it. Are the Spanish streamers still mourning? I'm gonna tell you this right now, they're gonna be mourning for the next 5 months. Dude, Mike Johnson is so weird. Wait, look at this.
You spend a lot of time up there with the vice president. Any private conversations, small talk maybe?
We did. We had some small talk. There was a lot of time that we were there together waiting. We talked, for one example, about our parents. I asked her if her parents had been alive, did they survive to see her serving as vice president, and she lamented that they had not. And she asked me about mine. I lost my dad 3 days before I got elected to Congress, so he didn't get to see this either. But we agreed that
you spend a
Why would he do that? Why would he do that? So, how you been? Pretty good. Hey, are your parents like, are they like dead or anything? Like, why would you ask that question? He's so weird, man. That was his version of small talk. Are your parents dead? Dog, what? You know about death? Daddy? Hey, unexpected high-level Riz move. Yeah, that's true. If like Kamala Harris was an autistic 21-year-old e-girl off of Discord, she would have fallen in love with him instantly, and they would have started a long-term but toxic long-distance relationship. Do you not ask people that? I would say don't do it. I would say when attempting to make small talk, you shouldn't ask people if their parents are. How'd it happen? How'd they die? Called negging. It's the best Riz you can do. Now we're cooking.
This meme is very real.
All right. We don't have too much time to dilly-dally, so let's move on to the next seggy. Also, what do you guys think about this lo-fi hip-hop mix I got going on right now? Very Persona 3. We have witnessed the weeb. The weeb has arrived. The Madman, thanks so much for the 11 months in a row, remaining part of the frenzy and being learning how to snap with my right. I'm not very good at it yet. Incredibly pog. I appreciate you. So this is how democracy dies. With thunderous applause. I love democracy. So there's a girl who makes eye contact with me all the time, every day in my class, but we have never spoken to each other. I'm gonna tell you this right now. She's probably looking in your general direction. Are you sure that she's making eye contact with you, or are you staring at her? And she feels your beady eyes boring a hole in the back of her head. Which one is it? I'm positive. Okay. Anyways. But we have never spoken to each other. I want to approach her, but I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to approach her without being awkward. What do you mean approach her? You want to ask her, you want to ask her on a date? Want to ask someone's blonde-haired Daisy Duke daughter onto a date? She keeps making eye contact. It's not even me. Okay, but like I make eye contact with a lot of people as I'm looking around the classroom because it's full of people. Not just start a convo. Okay, well do you have literally anything to say to her? Have you ever been like, You know, you could just be like hello and just talk. Do you have anything to say to her? I guess that's the first question. Nah. Okay. You want to speak to her, but you have nothing to say to her. You don't have, there's not even a convo you can make about like the clothes that she normally, well, maybe like that she like normally wears, or do you not know it? You don't have to know each other to have something to start a conversation with about. Does she like do anything in class that you find interesting? Is there anything interesting about her, or does she like make eye contact with you for like 1/10 of a second, two times a class, 3 times a week, and you're like, I think she's hot? I mean, we both do track. Oh, what grade is this? Are you in college or something? Are you in high school? I mean, that's something. Oh, maybe you can ask her about track stuff. High school. Now she makes eye contact with me for a good 5 to 10 seconds. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not one of those things where she catches you staring at her and then she's just like staring at you back? You're positive? This seems a little crazy. How you're staring at each other for like 10 seconds. Positive. I don't know. Talk to her about track stuff. Ask her if she ask her if she watches like track and field. I don't know. You all have a shared interest, running or some shit, whatever the fuck you do in track. Yo, babe, you were in track, weren't you? Hey, babe. Hello? You were in track, weren't you, when you were in high school? You were in track in college? Okay, what do you do in track? What do you do in track? You only run, that's it? Thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. Yeah, I don't talk about running. Do you watch any runners or anything? Now I would turn and look in her direction and she's already looking at me. Okay. I don't know. You could just compliments, just give her compliments. Nah, you know, I mean, you don't really need to do that. You could just start a conversation like a normal person. But I don't know, just like, just ask her. You can ask her how she got into track. You know, if she's been doing track and field for a while, or this is her first time in track or something. You could do that. Huh? I don't know if they want to date this girl. They're like, what are you trying to date this woman? Is that what you're asking me for? You're trying to date this woman? They're asking me a way to get in to start to date this woman or something? Or do you literally just want to speak to her? You just want to learn how to speak to a woman? Yeah, ask her if her parents are dead. Might be a good idea. You're trying to get to know her. Okay, listen, stick with the trying to get to know her and just drop the trying to date her for a little bit, okay? The reason I say that is because it's going to make it easier for you to talk to her like a normal person. I'll just like that. Ask about her. Here's how you do it. Here's something women love, okay? Talking about themselves. I don't say, be silent over there. He's laughing. I don't say that in a weird, like, red pilly way. Everybody loves talking about themselves. Women are also people and they love talking about themselves. So just ask her about herself. Ask her how she got into track. Ask her if she actually likes running, or is just something that comes along with doing track. You know, you can make it like a funny joke. You could do like a funny joke, like, I actually don't like running. I'm practicing for when I get mugged. She was forced by her parents. Okay, how do you know that? how do you know that? How did you get that information? You've never spoke to her. According to my friend. He's friends with her. Why don't you just show up with your friend to talk to her? I mean, you already have a mutual friend. Why don't you just show up? Do they hang out? Do they talk or anything? You could just be like, hey, let's get some ice cream sometime. Man's eavesdropping on her convos. Yeah, and also don't tell her that you know that. Yeah, don't tell her that you know that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, listen, just here to wrap this up. Either just go with your friend to talk to her and be like, hey, you know, and then just start a normal conversation. Ask her about track, ask her about, you know, things that you even know like a little bit about that you might find interesting to talk to her about. Just ask her questions about herself. It's easy. Bring him into a call. Yeah, have your friend call into the stream. Let me see if we can fix this. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? You'll be like, yeah. Please don't say that. I think he should. I think he should. I don't know, do you guys want to talk about Joe Rogan's guest going super giga genocide mode, or do you want to talk about the teacher who had her kids battle with swords in the classroom? We're gonna talk about both. Is it another girl I used to talk to, but we stopped all of a sudden? I want to get to know her again. We'll just be like, hey, we haven't talked in a while. It's easy. Sword fight. I can't just approach her. I can't just approach her like nothing. Yeah, you can. What are you talking about? We're not in the goddamn fucking like mid 2000s rom-com where you gotta be like, drop your pencil. Oh. Huh. Have a map on you? I think I just got lost in your eyes. Like, she'll slap you, and honestly, you'll deserve it. Just be normal. Just approach the woman. It's not that hard. So literally just approach her and be like, hey. Come here. I almost got jumped today. You know what? That'd be funny. Tell her about how you almost got jumped and how you're glad you're doing track now because you're able to run away. That's actually pretty funny. Girls would laugh at stuff like that. Almost got jumped. Sir, go someplace. Yeah, also go to the police. Yeah, seek seek legal help. Yeah, seek protection. Legal grounds? Yeah, go seek legal help. We need that. Anyways, yeah, so that's what's going on. Let me pee. I'll be. Oh yeah, does anybody see that poll? I don't see the poll anymore. Did that come up as like people wanted to see Rogan or swords? Rogan one? Okay. Oh my, you don't have to start the poll again. We just did a poll, didn't we? That's a lie. A lie. I just remember that. I just remember that TikTok. It's so crazy. That's a lie. And they lied about the results. The swords won a resounding 64%. Okay, we'll talk about swords. It's a pretty quick one too. It's just a wacky little story. All right, enjoy share stream for a second. I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back. I've been drinking a lot of tea, so I'll be right back. I've returned. So we've been talking about schools a lot on this channel, from schools getting defunded, refunded, refurbished, from schools getting shot up, caught up in controversies. Today, we're going to be talking about the controversies. Way better than, you know, anything else that could have been happening in school. Well, a lot of things, I'll say that. Because recently an incredible story came out of New Mexico, a state that we don't talk about that much. You know, arguably better than old Mexico. It's that, you know, you've seen a lot of Republicans talk about how children yearn for the mines and that's why they're bringing back child labor. But did you know that they actually yearn for the Coliseum? And now schools have brought back gladiatorial combat. Yup, you're right. Because in New Mexico, a teacher had students duel with swords in class, leading to serious injury of a teenage girl. Yup. Actual dueling. They do have real swords on them. Indeed. They set up the classroom to have all the desks surrounding the entire arena. And they started their epic duel for the ages. Finally, something useful being taught in school. That's true. Martial arts, ancient martial arts. Finally. Do students chant in the background? Yeah, they went to the music room and they got one of the big drums and like doom 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 doom. Oh, that would have been so crazy. I'm trying to like maneuver around the pictures of how bad the cuts were, because the cuts were so bad that I don't think I can show it on, even blurred, I don't think I can show it on stream. 47 seconds, 14 seconds. Okay. Wait, were these real swords? I'm telling you, I would not be telling you the story if they were battling with plastic swords, with plastic swords, with fucking I wouldn't be telling you the story if they were battling with plastic swords, wooden swords, foam swords, you know, pool noodles. No, they were battling with real swords, actual swords. And I'm not talking about the ones that are like dull display swords. I'm talking about real, actual, sharpened swords that could kill someone. Genuine swords. It's significantly less fun now. It was pretty wild.
Tonight, shocking video showing Albuquerque high school students sparring with real swords in the middle of chemistry class.
It's right here. That's how you're supposed to use it. Like.
Anyways, I have to take it off screen now because they're going to show something horrible.
And this wasn't teens going rogue, according to a new lawsuit filed by one student who was injured. Their
chemistry class? Yeah, chemistry class. I don't know what they were trying to teach in chemistry. I don't know, maybe the makeup of human blood, so they need to get some. They need to grab some. I'm gonna teach you about hemoglobin today. What the hell? Yeah, what chemistry has something to do with swords, man? Why? That's what we're gonna figure out today is the why. Chemistry class in Albuquerque, yeah. To study chemistry, you must first study the blade. Breaking Bad.
Their teacher, Loviata Mitchell, announcing earlier on this day in June of 2022 that she had a surprise for the class, telling them to arrange their desks into a circle, handing one student a rapier-style sword and the other a katana, according to the lawsuit.
So yeah, yo, it's European highwaymen. It's French highwaymen versus samurai. So that's what that was the plan. Yeah. It's a rapier. That's how you're supposed to use it. The rapier kid had an unfair advantage in reach. So, you know, the craziest thing about it is that if you're wondering which one got cut to finally figure out which one's better, the rapier or the katana, the kid with the katana was the one who got sliced up. So, pretty bad. Welcome to another episode of Death Battle. 14-year-old with rapier versus 14-year-old with katana. Who will win? All they need is blue meth. Chill. This is New Mexico, not Florida. Yeah, that's true. He should have simply just parried. Dumb kid. Silly kid. He could have easily parried. He didn't use his dodge roll once either. Or she didn't, my bad. She didn't use her dodge roll once. Katana kid, nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd win. Are you sure? Autumn Sensei, are you sure you'd win in the fight against Katana Kyle? Would you win against Rapier Robert? Would you lose? Nah, I'd win. I'd win. Kid named Swords. Countered. Parry. Yeah, that's true. He could have gotten a good stagger if he would have gotten up his stagger bar high enough. It's very possible. Unfortunately, they couldn't do that. Anyways, let's continue with this video a little bit longer. Once again, I can't show you too much of it because a lot of it is, well, a decent amount of it is pretty bad.
Then instructing the students to fight as a 2-minute timer counted down.
Yeah, so they had to fight for 2 minutes. This kid is getting poked with a sword. They got poked in the chest and they got poked in the leg with the rapier kid. They no longer want to fight anymore. Their rapiers, so the katana is now facing the ground. They don't think this is fun anymore after they got hit with an actual sword. She said, ow.
But shortly after this video was taken, one student allegedly slicing another student's wrist with a katana-style sword, severing multiple nerves and tendons.
Her surgeon says when he was in there doing the repair that he could feel where the sword had actually indented in the bone.
That student's family now suing the school district, the assistant.
Okay, I want to make one thing clear. I want to make sure if I can show this video. Now, I don't think they show. No, they show it again. I'm gonna keep it off screen just to be sure. Severing their arm off. No, their arm is connected, but it fucked them up bad.
Suing the school district, the assistant principal, Ann Mitchell, alleging as she bled in the classroom, the teacher did not seek immediate medical attention. Instead, telling students, quote, "I'm in trouble," ordering them.
I'm sorry. As in, you brought actual swords in and have them fight, no protective gear whatsoever. All right. Like, bringing weapons into the classroom is crazy enough. Letting the kids handle them is crazier. Setting up a gladiatorial battle between them is the craziest, and having no protective armor, bro, you belong in jail. You belong in prison. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Someone actually could have died. Yeah, one kid got too excited and swung the sword. They could have sliced the femoral artery and we would have had a dead kid in our hands. That's crazy. Please arrest. Arrest, take them down, bro. And instead of getting help, as some kids like, my arm. She's like, oh fuck, I'm in trouble. Oh, good. Chad, I'm in trouble. Chad, help me. Oh no, my leg. Oh no. Who could have seen this coming? Honestly, I don't know who could have ever seen this coming, really. The moment blood appears, you stop everything. That's true, but also you're kind of right, because the moment the single blood cell reaches the part of the brain, that weird, sick, fucked up, tiny, atrophied, anemic part of their brain that thought that this was a good idea, that sparked the thought process that began the cascade of events that led to this kid getting cut. That's when it should have stopped. That's when it should have stopped.
Shark.
It's just so wild, man. It stopped when you honestly, she should have sought medical help after even thinking, oh dude, let me bring swords in the class, it'll be so cool. What if the kids started sword battling each other? Yo, like shit, bro. Just buy. Yeah, if you're going to do this, why not buy, like, they make little foam swords that can't do any damage. Even then, I feel like it'd be crazy because you could just like whap somebody with it, and it goes like, you know, and then that, I think you, like, a kid getting whapped with a foam sword and then they start crying can even possibly be a lawsuit, right? But like bringing actual swords into the classroom is the wildest thing I had ever heard in my entire life. I actually I can't even imagine something. I don't know what's next. Is there gonna be, oh dude, that like a black Nazi guy from North Carolina, if he wins, let me tell you something, maybe kids are gonna start doing duels in class with actual guns instead of swords, because guns are the lifeblood of America. And so, you know, next time you say that some kid stole your homework and they wouldn't give it back, you just after they asked to copy it or something, you go back to back, you take 10 steps with muskets. It's possible. It could work out. It could go crazy. Don't sleep on it. It could go crazy. If the chemistry teacher's doing this, can you imagine what the gym teacher's doing? Then gym teachers having there's an assignment where you have to fight each other with flaming and bows and arrows. Oh, dude, can you imagine they're doing jousting in gym class? Oh, it has to be jousting or something, right? They're teaching each other they're teaching the kids nen, growing their nen abilities. Miss Frizzle's field trip just got wild. Yeah, Miss Frizzle field trip taking us to a feudal Japan. Kids have to fight their way back onto the magic school bus. With the hopefully this is gonna be a normal field trip with the frizz. No way. Ching ching ching. Your final assignment for the class? Carry this, casual. She just pulls out a sword. Can you imagine that? That shit would be so crazy. Final assignment for the class in chemistry. You have to fight off the teacher with a sword. You just final assignment today, class. I hope you studied. Now, Alan, Kyle, he didn't make it. Looks like someone didn't study. I'm bleeding out. Yeah, they get a giant exclamation point over their head when the lock on hits. That is so funny. Shame, you should have learned to parry. Someone didn't study their parry homework.
Them to delete any video recordings they had them to delete, quote, I'm in trouble, ordering them to delete any video recordings they had taken, and then attempted to call the school's medical office.
The response was not what you would expect. It took about 30 minutes before anyone called 911.
30 minutes? Wait, did she think that the school nurse with like a Hello Kitty Band-Aid was going to fix severed nerves? All right. Take away her teacher license as soon as possible. Take it away as ASAP as possible, man. I'm in trouble. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
An accident report written by the assistant principal saying the teacher brought a prop to school to show a lesson on metal and melding, but responding paramedics say the sword appeared to be real. Almost 2 years later, the lawsuit alleging the student is still struggling to perform normal tasks after surgery and extensive physical therapy.
She's lost a lot of mobility and strength and sensation in her right hand and in her thumb. I think those will be permanent effects.
That teacher, Mrs. Mitchell, could not immediately be reached for comment, while Albuquerque Public Schools, known locally as APS, declining to comment. Now the student and her attorney seeking more information and damages.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Wild, dude. God, this sucks. It's so, she's like, I can't use my fucking hand anymore. I can't use my hand anymore, man. She's like, I can't. This is what chemistry class did to me. You imagine you're in physical therapy. There's somebody there who had chemo. There's somebody there who broke their leg in a car accident. There's someone there with like whiplash or something. You know, somebody fell down the stairs. They're like, what are you in for? Oh, I got my hand cut by a kid when a rogue teacher brought a real sword into chemistry class. Bro, what? Hope it wasn't her good hand. I do hope it wasn't her good hand. I hope she's vibing. I hope she'll be okay, but sheesh, dude. I mean, that's true. The American education system is something else. A European couldn't possibly even fathom this. I think it's mostly because that if you had a Shindayu. I think if you had like a sword in Europe that they would just snipe you. You know? Like their version of the FBI would like come up and just kill you instantly, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just get black bag. They'd be like, how did you get that? Why didn't the kids duel with Yu-Gi-Oh magic cards and not swords? Listen, she said it was supposed to be a class on metal and alloys. So she brought in a sword, which I will say does sound pretty badass. Having the kids battle with them is not badass. That's abusive. If she actually brought in a sword, like a fake sword, you know, like a dull one, and she kept it to herself, and she was like, kids, let me tell you about metal. 1,000 folds. 1,200 years. worth of worth of technique. The Japanese katana with alloy still mined from the base of Mount Fuji. Teacher wanted to show the class her bunkai. Oh, can you even imagine? Chat, can you even fathom? Like you're like, just another lame day at school, and you walk into chemistry class and you see this. Oh. Miss Kelly? I'm dead. Another sacred blade. My father made this sacred blade to end the war. Jump out the nearest window. I'd be petrified. My father made this. Hello? Test 1 2? I don't know what's going on with that. My father made this sacred blade. Let me out. Don't come to school tomorrow, Jack. Oh, it's a little bit of a don't come to school tomorrow anime. Well, a manga, I can't lie. A little bit. Black ass ain't fucking with that shit. Chihiro does have the don't come to school tomorrow, Jack. I cannot lie. He really does. I don't know. Personally, I'm still a little back and forth on Kagurabachi. I know there are people, okay, there were people who were going crazy with Kagurabachi before, and they were like, it's been long enough. Kagurabachi it's the best, right? But then you know, people were like dying down, and then it was getting clowned on. And then there are people who are actually out there giving it the Kagura sloppy. I mean, I cannot lie to you. There are 100% people dropping the Kagura sloppy on this, giving this author the Kagura sloppy for the work that they've created so far. And I'm not going to say that it's bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty all right. I think there's some, yeah, there are definitely some complaints that I still have about it, but definitely could be far worse. Why though? It's so mid. I don't think it's mid. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty, well, I think it's good. I'm not a huge fan of Chihiro yet. Chihiro doesn't have the problem that I have with Chihiro, once again, still, is that he just doesn't have enough weaknesses. He's just, the only weakness he has is that he's not necessarily strong enough yet to like do everything that he wants. But I feel it's a little less, I don't know. Like, I wanted him to have like some more like internal struggles. You know what I'm talking about? Not just external struggles. All of his struggles are external right now. I'd like to see him have problems. I'd like to see him have more problems than like almost none. It's only like 20 chapters and people be meat riding it heavy already. Oh, people have been meat riding it heavy. The reason why they've been meat riding it heavy, if you want to know, the actual reason is because of like the first big like bad, the first big antagonist was introduced, and there was like a really big fight and everything. So that's the real reason why people are going so crazy about it, is because I will say the first big antagonist, he is pretty cool. He's genuinely pretty cool. He is a very good first antagonist. If he can keep up that level of antagonists in the show or in the manga, I think he has like a good series on his hands. Me personally, I'd still like to see more from Chihiro right now, but you know, I would say give it a try. Pick it up and give it a try. Mr. Shark, I pissed off a Zionist chuds on YouTube today. You're proud of me? Oh, of course. Perfect work. Hit them. Suffer. The greatest manga ever made? I think it's easily the greatest manga ever made. American classic. Shark, that is the old shonen characters from old like Naruto, One Piece, and DBZ era of manga, where the main struggle is external with some internal struggles that isn't really talked about until later. Okay, so what, like internal struggles that happen later? I don't know, because like what internal struggle could he have? I don't know, maybe he's gonna surprise me or something, but I'm kind of like, what internal struggle could he have? Because it seems like they made and finished the internal struggle that he has with his dad already. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about like his internal struggle isn't developed upon. I'm talking about his internal struggle does not exist. There is no internal struggle right now. He's just like, don't come to school tomorrow, or a merchant. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen this before. I was still scrolling. I've never seen this Kagurabachi meme before. The one with the McDonald's, bro. What the hell? Wait, have you guys seen that McDonald's is turning into anime Donald's? Remember, babe? She's high into her music right now. She's busy jamming. She can't hear. Like, have you guys been to McDonald's in the last like month or something? Because I had to go there to pick up some food for the family that they ordered it. So I just had to go pick it up, and my ass was in the line, and there was like an anime girl going like shaka 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 with the bag playing on like the kiosk monitor thing. I was like, what the hell's happening? I was like, what's going on over here? I was genuinely kind of flabbergasted. Oh yeah. And then they had this. They made it into like into the Spider-Verse comic book manga, into like a manga page. See that? Look at that. Savory chili, so bold. It had like kanji on the bag, and it's like in an anime style. It's so weird. Dark timeline. We do have a lot of white names in chat. True. That could be fixed. Why'd they flip the M into a W? I don't know. They're doing like a non-copyright thing, but for their own brand. They could have easily just kept it as the M. Anyways, I would say give Kagurabachi a try. Let me know what I'd like to hear some of your thoughts on what do you think about it. I'm completely caught up. I've been reading it weekly and then just judging how I personally feel about it so far. I'm not completely sold that this is I'm not completely sold that this has staying power. There are things that I like about it. There's things that I'm like, eh. But I will say it is quite popular in America. Have you checked out Gachi Akuda? Never heard of that in my life. Because the anime flipped the M to avoid copyright. Yeah, I know. I guess they flipped their own logo as an anime reference. Okay, sure. Okay. McDonald's. It's like ginger garlic soy chili, soy sauce chili flavored. Okay, I don't know. Sounds all right, I guess. All right. I make my own pork belly at home these days after I figured out that a place around here I can get pork belly from. McDonald's sound kind of racist. Wow, how did it sound racist? Sichuan sauce, now you're racist because Sichuan is actually in China. They did China before, now it's time for Japan. Hello, not all East Asians are the same. Hello, racism alert. Captain Racism has entered chat. The CEO of racism is here. CEO of racism has logged on. The Rick and Morty reference. So you're telling me Rick and Morty taught you racism? Baddest thing I've ever heard. Sorry about that. He did that to you. Not Mortimer. Not Mortimer, please. Anything but this, Mr. Mortimer. Do it. Okay, what time is it? It's 1:30. I could keep going, but also I could fuck up my sleep schedule if I keep going. Yo, babe. Baby! When do you go to work tomorrow? Oh, 4 in the afternoon. Oh, you know, closed. Oh, call on that. I think it'd probably be best to call it. We got some stuff done. You do? I'll go give her a hug. I'll go give you. Give me a bit. I think it'd probably be best to call it here for the night. so I don't. So my sleep schedule isn't too bad. That would be unfortunate. But I'd like to be here tomorrow for a nice stream. We still have to go over CNN's. We still need to go over CNN with their Intercept article about their possible double standard. We gotta be responsible. We gotta be responsible. And you guys want to play some more Helldivers tomorrow? We could go crazy with the Helldivers. I heard they just added, oh, what was it? No, what was it? They just nerfed a couple things. And some people are really angry. Some people are really angry with the nerfs, but I think they're good nerfs. They nerfed the railgun, they nerfed the shield backpack. They nerfed one of my guns that I use, the breaker shotgun, but I'm not even too mad about it. I wasn't a guy who likes to spray with the breaker anyways. You take detailed shots. One shot, one kill. Did they add more hell? Yes, actually, they added environmental effects. And so there are now meteor showers, earthquakes, and fire tornadoes. So if you're on like a fire planet, I think there's like 1 or 2 fire planets. If you're on a fire planet, Hellmire is one of the fire planets. You can now get hit with a fire tornado if you're not careful. So they did add more hell into Helldivers. They implement debuffs onto the lore. The war effort isn't going very. They switched to a new manufacturer for the guns, and they're not doing as good of a job. But it's nepotism because one of the Super Earth, one of the Super Earth, like Congress people's, sons run the company, so they got a preferable deal from the government, even though they make worse products. Anyways, the gun's worse. Fuck you. There you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, the flamethrower got a 50% damage buff, which is really nice. I heard it's doing great. I heard it's doing great. Look at this person's costume for World Book Day in 2009. 2009, Shaun the Sheep. That's a good. I can't lie to you. It's a really good costume. Oof. What's there to oof about? It's a good costume. He looks just like him. He looks just like him. I think I want to make this the thumbnail for a stream for for a stream sometime. I'll just add this as the thumbnail. People are gonna be like, Shark, what's that thumbnail? It's really good. He painted his face black and he's covered in cotton. Curious. Curious. 2009. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is before. Yeah, they stopped doing this. Obama actually banned people from doing this because this is the year he got in office. Justin Trudeau photo. Oh, this is actually what Justin Trudeau looked like back when he was a kid. It's true. It's so true. I actually don't even think I've heard anything more true than this. That is so wild. Holy. I hate that 2009 was 15 years ago. I'm pretty okay with it, but I'm not like that old. I just turned 25, so still kicking. It's definitely been worse. It's worse for many other people, but not me. Not yet, at least. Not yet. I was 10 in 2009. Same here, partner. I've accepted the passage of time. My joints haven't begun to decay yet. That's true. My joints are still pretty okay. My joints are still pretty okay. I plan on going to the gym more again. I want to do some running every day. So to make sure I can keep up with my joints, so I can run around as much as I used to when I was a young one. That's the year after I graduated high school. Holy shit, we have mother time. Crazy. Old ass. I hate to say it, they're kind of geezer posting. I really didn't want to be the one to say it, but they're kind of geezer posting. All right. All right. Very fun. Love you all. It's been great, but I gotta get off for tonight. Yo, babe, you want to try and eat something? Damn, her ass said no. That's crazy, because you know women can eat too. That's how you know she isn't feeling good. All right. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for sticking around. We'll be back again tomorrow. We're gonna do some great stuff. Do some fantastic things. They had Senator Katie Britt from Alabama. I've actually never heard of Katie Britt. I'm gonna tell you right now, there are some real no-name senators that I've never heard. It's not even that like I haven't heard of them much. I've never heard of them. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I have never heard of Katie Britt. WH Omega Lol who? WH Omega Lol who, man? I've never seen this person in my entire life. I literally keep track of Congress as a job, and I've never heard of Katie Britt. Shark afternoon stream tomorrow? Afternoon, not nighttime. Not nighttime. We have other stuff that I want to get through. I don't want to stream at night. The only reason I was streaming at night is because I didn't want to like share too much information. I spent like a lot of the time on the toilet, and then I laid in bed because I didn't want to move. My butt hurt, and so I just laid in bed for a while, and then listen. I'm gonna tell you now. I just bought some like fiber pills or something. It's just been a rough couple days for me. It was I hate to say it was a catastrophic shit. It was a couple actually. I've like pooped like 4 times today, just to let you know how bad it's been. That's the only reason why I'm streaming this late. I've gotten some peace. My tummy is empty, so I've gotten some peace. Been there, it sucks. Yeah. Being regular art. Yeah, listen. Every day. 4 rounds is crazy. It's not been good. Food poison. I don't know if it's food poisoning. I don't necessarily feel that bad. It's just I feel bad when I'm on the toilet. Outside of that, I'm not necessarily doing that bad. Try spinach in pairs. I'll make sure to do that. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I think we got some spinach in there. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Take care, and I hope to have you back in another meme stream. Have a good one.